Hello, I realize my music's not working, which sucks. Hello, I realize my music's not working, which sucks. It also starts a loop, which will go on forever and ever and ever. Oh my gosh, everybody, we are here. We are in the finals. Make sure to like the stream so everyone possible can watch this amazing match out play. We have Jordy and Priv, both extremely good competitors in parkour and Cubecraft, and parkour competitive Cubecraft as well, specifically competitive parkour for today's matchup. It will be a best of 7 maps, with each map being a best of 5. So we could be seeing up to 45 games played between these two opponents here today, which I am super excited to get into. First thing I want to mention is 100% chance that Priv wins according to the statistics on my statistics on the competitive parkour Discord server. Again, we saw this with Rhythms versus Malleblade, and Malleblade was able to almost beat Jordy. So, I don't think this 100% guarantees Priv the win. We will be seeing a interview by Priv, I think. At the end of the game, win or lose, we will not be seeing an interview by Jordy. With a win or lose. So we will be seeing an interview with Priv no matter what, and we will not be seeing interview with Jordy. So we can, we figure that out. We might see one with Priv before the match, but I do not know. Or I do know. Well, we don't know yet. If we have time to, I will be doing an interview before the match, and if Priv's still okay with that. In the description if you would like to see, or first I'm going to go over in depth of how, for the next like 10ish minutes before the game starts, I want to go over in depth of how these two players got here, how other players did in the tournament, some maybe underdog stories, some upsets, other players that didn't get as much attention in the tournament because they got out sooner. I want to get into that before we get into these two players specifically, like down to like these two for this match, which is probably going to take up about 50 minutes. But if you want to see like in full detail, i.e. like the matches played out themselves, you can watch in the description. We have round 1 of Priv and Jordy, and we have there's the semifinals, round 2 for Priv and Jordy, as well as if you would like to join season 2. It is open to anyone. You don't need to be a certain skill level. Obviously, there will be, not obviously, but I guess, yeah, obviously, if you're not skilled, you're probably not going to make it that far. But again, it's open to anybody. It's gonna be seed based. At the end of this stream, I will be leaking how the seed base is going to work. So make sure to be part of that. As well. So an incentive to stick around, not only for knowing who wins, but to see a little bit of the ending of the beginning of season 2, which probably will start in November or December, depending on how everything plays out. But again, I'm not gonna know for sure. But let's get into the stories. I don't have any like dramatic music or any like storyline music for anybody here, but we do have a browser we can open up and go into some games that way. So of course, let's close Minecraft and let's open here. So of course, this is going to be yeah. One thing I want to bring up though before let's first look at it's so complicated to like figure out what I want to do first, but let's just first look at the tournament itself. So i.e. basically like what people went through to get here, successful attempts and failed attempts on both sides. Let us see here. I don't know exactly where I want to go to, but I do want to mention one of the maps to go off in first, which is I hope this will work properly. Let's check. Again, this is a semi like on a whim here. Anyways, so basically, one of the maps that I would like to look at is Oriental. For starters, I would like to go to this match and go to the Oriental match with Mally Blade and uh, Rhythms. I want to show an example if I can find it. Actually, I want to show a few examples. So right here, actually, um, if we go a little bit back, Oriental is one of those maps where I do really think it's anyone's game uh, to win. Like we've said before, it's such a hard. No, I guess I'd say hard. I don't see a lot of players in a tournament setting being able to flawless this, let alone 3 times in a row in this scenario. So I do think Oriental is going to be an interesting one. This, of course, being an instance where I do think it's going to be important. We're just going to play the clip right now. And I guess I should probably also just zoom in. I realized that me zooming this in wasn't as super ultra mega amazing as I thought it was going to be. This is one of the things, this is, as you can see, this is not one of the things I had planned. Oh, Mally Blade instant fall, giving, oh, wow. But they both fall at the start. So it's Mally Blade actually in the lead. Oh my god, but he falls, giving, Rhythm, but he also falls. It's an example of what also happened in the Priv versus Inky match, where like we saw, Mally Blade fall, Rhythm fall, Mally Blade fall, Rhythm fall again, and there's probably further on. I just don't want to go sifting through all of this. Where again, they trade back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Oriental, I do think is gonna be in a majority favor, believe it or not. Even though that I think that map would go to Priv if we're looking at times and who can get faster times. But for a tournament setting, I do think it's gonna go to Jordy for having a better chance because Jordy has expressed that, hey, I think I'm gonna be more of an underdog than everyone is expecting. But yeah. Besides that, I also want to go to I guess while we're here, we should probably look at the Oriental match. That also happened with Priv and Inky. Again, where they traded back and forth and back and forth. This was a really good instance of this. Another thing I want to mention is the Mally Blade versus the Rhythms, which I think is the #1 upset in the tournament altogether. The biggest upset. You could argue that there's other upsets with the Mally Blade v Inky, or the. I don't think there's any other big upsets besides that, really. This is like the #1 upset, if you ask me. Almost a Jordy v Mally Blade. Mally Blade was about 2 games away from being in the stream today. Which is, I think, is crazy. Only two maps away. Jordy was able to pull through. Which we're gonna mention that when we do the player analysis. Let's see what else is there. So again, with this map, I'm also gonna bring up with these competitors as well. Mally and Rhythms. One of the things I mentioned for with Rhythms, when Rhythms was up, when Rhythms had 100% chance of winning this via people voting, is Rhythms likes to reset a lot. I call that /hub win rate percent, or /hub win rate, because it's just so chopped because you're loading, you're just getting, like, what am I saying? Because you are just resetting the game instantly. I don't think either of these players really have a /hub win rate. But again, that might, I think Priv has a slightly more /hub win rate than Jordy. Will that affect him? I don't think so, because Priv is a fairly consistent player. But will the nerves get to him today? We don't know. We don't know. Again, I don't know if this is the right moment. I think they're both playing with a lot of consistency. Rhythm is in the lead a little bit. I don't know if yeah, but he falls. Oh my! He didn't get any of the checkpoints. Again, that's going to be an interesting part for these players to go to as well, as we saw the Rhythms. He falls here, and he didn't get any of the checkpoints. Now, that is just basically all the way up, like at the beginning, right there, where my cursor is. Yes, I'll go, you can actually see my cursor this time. From this checkpoint, or the start, all the way to here, if Mally Blade does get that checkpoint, let's see if he does. Rhythm falls. Oh my... I think he does. I think he does. So basically, that's giving Mally Blade a raw time advantage. This whole area right here, it will take Rhythms at like best possible time, like what, 15 seconds to get there, Mally Blade can take that 15 seconds and easily play it safe and still have a lead. So playing checkpoints, if Rhythms was able to get the checkpoint right here, I think it would still be in Rhythms' favor because Mally Blade could still mess up later on. Does he mess up? I think Mally Blade plays it safe after that. But that's going to be interesting to see if Jordy and Priv, do they decide to play it safe? Obviously, I do think they're going to play it risky 100%. Going into the first few matches, trying to understand how each of their opponents are going to be playing for the day, understanding like, okay, are they falling a lot, are they not, but also deciding like in these first few games or maps which what was I gonna say, like if they there we go. Do they decide to get the checkpoints again? Like if this was a Mally Blade, or sorry, if this was a Priv Jordy scenario, Priv falls. I think this is an automatic Jordy win, no matter what happens here. Obviously, if Jordy completely throws, it's gonna be on Priv's side. But this is 90% of the time, or 99% of the time, if Priv falls here and Jordy's right here, Jordy's gonna win no matter what. Now, and here's the part where Priv has to say, do I want to take that 0.5, maybe 0.7 seconds to go get the checkpoint? I think 0.7 is a bit over. But yeah, do I want to take the 0.3/0.5 seconds to get the checkpoint, but guarantee that if I do fall, that I won't be so far behind and I do have a chance of catching up, and it puts all the pressure onto my opponent to play not perfectly, but not fall. Because if they do fall, again, this is all going to be, not all, 100% not all of the game is going to be mined. But I do think a small portion of it, 10 to 20% of this match, with who is going to win, is who is going to have the better mental, who is going to be inside their opponent's head more. Is Priv going to understand Jordy's not going to be going for a lot of the skips, decide to go for the skips? Is Priv going to get too cocky, not go for the skips, end up failing, giving Priv a few maps to lose? Again, I do think that Priv being cocky isn't going to lose him the game. Like that singular aspect is not going to lose Priv the game, because I think Priv is going to lock in if he is behind 2, maybe 3 maps. And then again, that could always affect if he wins or loses. If Priv is behind by 3 maps, or 2 maps, he has to win a few. Priv behind by 3 maps. You have to always play your opponent's choice. That is a problem, especially in competitive parkour. We've seen this in MCSR Ranked, where the loser gets to pick the map ban, which can affect their gameplay, obviously, with like Treasure or Buried Treasure or Shipwreck, obviously, being different in aspects. I don't know 100%. I'm not, extremely intelligent with normal Minecraft speedrunning. But basically, Desert Temple and a Shipwreck Seed are going to be completely different in the overworld. But in the Nether, they could be, semi-similar, give or take food. Again, I could be completely wrong here. But map bans and map choices in competitive parkour are so much more important than in speedrun in normal speedrunning, because this is the map. You can't really take any other choices. They're not as many choices as normal Minecraft. So you got to be choosing your map, especially knowing your opponent. Yes, of course, map bans and map choices are important in MCSR Ranked, but I do think that map bans in competitive parkour are much more important, because the map is really the core of the event, less of the choices that they make. It's going to be more how fast can they complete this map. I do think, but again, going back into the Mally Blade Prism upset, we're seeing Mally Blade in the lead by 1. Mally Blade was able to sweep the whole entire game, winning on Picnic, which again I thought was going to be favored to Mally Blade. Another thing I would like to mention is the Mally Blade upset. Okay, Mally Blade upset for Picnic on Rhythms. Mally Blade upset for Picnic on Jordy. Inky upset on Picnic for Mally Blade. Not every single time. Most of the times we've seen a Picnic, it can really go either way. I think Picnic, I want to see a match between Jordy and Priv on Picnic, because I really do think it could go either way, and I do think that is going to shape a lot of their game moving forward. Like, the mental, I lost against Picnic. It could go either way. I think that's going to be a boost for whoever wins Picnic, if Picnic is even played, if Picnic is not already banned. Which both of these players, knowing that maps like Picnic is such a either or, they could already ban Picnic. I'm not going to mention let people know about that until later on. All right. Another thing I would like to mention, we're just going to go like this. Like this. Alright. A few more things I would like to mention. I do think we could take forever today. We did start slightly late, due to stuff on my end, as usual. But are a few things I would like to mention. I would have gone like 5 hours, 10 hours on just those matches alone leading up to this. But I do think a few more things I would like to mention is not fan made, but the POVs, Mallyblade, Inky, and Priv have made POVs, and I would like to show a few things on Priv's POV in particular, and also Inky's POV. I don't know if I have Mally's POV off the top of my head where it is right now, but I will try my best. If I can find it. Let's see. Where is it? I think Priv should be fairly recent. Also, I want to mention uh what was I gonna say? Oh, Inky's is online, so I don't have to go searching for his as quickly. He's taking as much time. Wait, where's the POV? It must be showcase times, maybe. Probably, perhaps. All right, we have a Priv POV. We're gonna have to mute it. One thing I do want to mention, Priv, in prison in particular. So, Priv versus Inky. Since Priv is in the finals, I hope that wasn't like a spoil to anybody. But if we go to prison, I did mention miss something that I think Priv really wants me to show. Whereas I think it is this map. So I said ready, set, go. Priv decides to play it. Oh, never mind, wrong one. Yes, this is the one where I did not see it. He was able to make that jump. We're just gonna go look at it a few more times. So if you watched that one, right, if you watched the one in last stream, Inky v Priv, I was about around over here, looking at Inky, and you can see him jump across on my screen. This is the final match of the day. Priv goes for this. Inky already fell. This is unnecessary v Priv. Priv is just seeing if he can do the jump, seeing if he can taunt a little bit. Flashback. Oh, that's in March? Oh! Never mind. Alright, I got it wrong. I got it wrong. This is the actual match. Okay, for context, what I just showed was a few months ago, Priv got world record on prison against Inky, which is the former world record holder for prison, or a former world record holder for prison. So this was kind of a remember when moment. I think this is actually no, this is not it. So yeah, that moment you just saw was a few months ago. So now this is like a few days ago, showing that the moment again. So as we can see, Priv is able to do it again against Inky. Again, not insanely necessary, but still still showing off like, hey, I can pull through on your map picks, one of your best maps, last map of the day. But Priv falls here, which gives Inky the advantage, or not advantage, but makes it a game again. And Inky's actually slightly in the lead here, but unfortunately does end up falling on that block right there. Giving Priv the win and sending him to the finals. Alright, let's see where we're at. We have 20 minutes until the finals starts. I do think that we should get into these competitors. A few more things I do want to show before, though. Again, really amazing season so far. Hopefully, we're going to get one more amazing game before it wraps up. Again, we're going to be leaking something from Season 2. Let's see where we at. Probably goes way back. Alright, yeah, so I think this was the Jordy v. Malleblade match. I did say in that match we took some screenshots, and I was going to show it later on. This is the screenshot in question. This is me, Malleblade. Priv wanted me to show that on stream. So I'm also filling off that debt to Priv, and probably if Priv is able to win this, the up to $11 of debt I will be owing him if he is able to win. All right. Moving on, I guess we should just get right into it. And if I find anything else I want to show, I will bring it up. Again, this is really underprepared for that segment. Not my best work. But this is the updated Priv score chart, which I think looks pretty good. Or not the score chart, but I mean like the new profile picture and the color, the gray on the white outline, which I think looks pretty cool. Joined early 2024, 8 days, 7 hours. New win rate updated, gone down to about 78%. Favorite map still prison. Is that accurate? I don't know if it is. That's may or may not be accurate. Best win streak 237. Not too much has changed here. One thing I do want to mention though, if I can get my cursor, here we go, is again we can look over Jordy's stats again. Not not anything crazy really. But for Jordy's stats, had not updated since the first round. But I do want to look at and spend a little bit of time here. Is in fact the stat comparison. Now, this is the first time for both of these players where they played against someone with fairly equal stats to them. Again, I do think the surprising part is the 5-day, 10-hour difference from both of these players, only having about 1,000 games difference. I gotta get water there, sorry about that. Also, the win rate of Jordy being 19, almost 20% higher. When you're playing at these high of stakes, like 20% is a lot. Again, that might be a slash hub win rate. Again, not as much, but still might be a little bit. Jordy, having 8 world records slash 4 world records behind. I could be wrong about that. That's what he gave me the information for. Priv currently holding almost every single world record for what's it called? Comp Parkour. Also, I do want to see exactly. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, let's go to stat cards. I do want to look at Priv's stat card first. Alright. So Priv has been about 10,000 up on wins both time. This is actually the first time, which is surprising to me, that Priv's been in the red at all. Uh, Priv versus Foofsy in round 1. Priv won that. Priv won every single game. He had green. He had plus 9,000 wins. He had plus 33 win rate on Foof. He had plus 5 day 23 hours played on Foof. He had plus 7 former slash current world records on Foof. He won that every single match. Priv against Inky. Again, 10,000 wins, plus about 28 to almost 30 win rate. Plus 6 days, 2 hours of time spent, and around 7 former slash current world records on Inky. And Priv did not sweep the floor there, almost swept the floor, was able to move on. So this is going to be the very first time Priv is going to be experiencing something where he is not super far in the lead. Wait, did I think I got something wrong here. 7, actually, more wins according to leaderboard. Oh, yeah, more, okay, I must have, it may have been a switch for that. But anyways, like as Jordy mentioned, the picnic Jordy went for world record win streak, which if we do check, he does indeed have of 1,723. And it might be it might be a bonus for Jordy, or sorry, Priv with the wins. I can double check that later. But again, no matter what, this is the first time Priv is not fully in the green, which is showing that Jordy is at Priv's level. Now, is the nerves going to get to Jordy? Jordy hasn't mentioned he's been slightly nervous, but again, are the nerves going to get to Priv? We've seen this with Color Floor before. Again, this might not be the best comparison, where Color Floor seemed super confident but ended up losing the first round. I don't think that compares to Priv at all, but again, that might show Priv is hiding some of his nerves, hoping that might make Jordy nervous. Again, might be trying to use a mental game as well. Like I said before, I think 80% of this game is, playing 80 to 90% of this game is playing the map, just playing competitive parkour as usual. But the other 20 to 10% is, in fact, just trying to get into your opponent's head, understanding what they might do to play it safe, like also understanding the knowledge of your opponent and where they are in the map. Okay, Mallyblade used this a lot with Jordy and Rhythms, mostly Rhythms, I think, where he saw them fall, and when it was neck and neck, and his opponent fell, he said, "Okay, I'm going to play it safe." That gave him the win for the match, as well as the map. We have 18 minutes here. We could look at, we could probably quickly go over a few things, I think, as well. Excuse me. One being how the opponents got here, but first I do think, no. Alright, we're going to go into map bans after we do a few things. So, first off, let's see how Priv got here. We already mentioned it, so I just want to get that done with. So, Priv came in against Foof, Priv being the projected winner. Priv winning 8-0 there. And Priv going on to round 2. Round 2, Priv was against Inky. Inky won against Color Floor. Every single map, he lost 1 round in Oriental, but after that, he was able to win every single game back to back to back to back. So almost a complete sweep on Inky's side. And then Inky was able to go to Priv. Priv v Inky, a closer match than before for both of these players. Just sadly for Inky, it was on the wrong side, moving Priv into the finals, where Priv is here today. Again, this is the first time Priv is going to be seen not full green on his stat card against his opponent, which again might be a little bit against the mental, but I don't think it's going to be too much since it is only wins and win rate. Again, the wins may be wrong, as Priv has informed me. Moving on to Jordy of how he got here. Again, not 100% prepared for this. Hopefully for season 2, again, we'll be better. We'll be more prepared, guys. Again, this is the first time Jordy has seen a lot of red on his score sheet against his opponent. Going for Mr. G Gamer versus Jordy in round 1, Jordy was able to completely sweep the floor there with a full green too, with about 10,000 advantage against Mr. G Gamer for wins. Win rate of only 3.66% higher than Mr. G Gamer, so almost getting a red stat comparison there. In a time of 3 days, 13 hours, game played more than Mr. G Gamer with one more former / current world record over Mr. G Gamer, with the one being Picnic. Again, going against Mallyblade. Mallyblade, as we've shown already before, a huge upset against the Rhythms, at least in my opinion, and I think a lot of others' opinion, an upset at least. Sorry, gotta get the water. Yeah, so against Mallyblade, Jordy almost lost. He won station at the very end, 2-0. So there was a point where Mallyblade and Jordy were tied, and it could have gone either way. It was Jordy. Am I okay? It was a Jordy map pick, and with a Jordy win for at the very last map. Does this mean that Jordy's endurance or Jordy's mental got in the way there? Because again, this is a little bit different. As we've seen Mallyblade and Inky say that the longer matches are one messes with the mental more, and as well as the endurance. I don't know if either of them said it, but someone mentioned it. I think maybe Priv. So we might see Priv take an early lead, and then lose a few with the endurance to get in his head, and then end up losing it all. We might see the opposite. I don't know exactly what we're gonna be seeing. But like I was saying, Jordy against Mallyblade. Jordy has plus 8.8k wins, win rate of plus 6.46%, and time played of plus 2 days and 15 hours. Former world record / world record below on Mallyblade, actually, by 2. Keep in mind, Jordy has a Picnic world record, which is highly contested, I do think. Might be one of the most difficult to get, but I don't think I'm 100% sure on that. So this is the first time Jordy's been playing against someone with a decent win rate difference, as well as being in the red a lot more than before. Just showing that Priv could be proving himself today as the #1 competitive parkour player in the world right now, for times wise. That is, someone else may or may not be best for wins overall. May or may not be your host. Just saying. Almost 27,000. Sorry. Yeah, so I do think if Priv is able to win this, since Priv does have so many world records already under his belt. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Sorry. He could be proving himself to be easily #1 time-wise. Currently for competitive parkour. If Jordy wins, I don't think that's going to put him, solidifying him being, like, #1, but I do think that is going to contest Priv's #1 spot and leave a lot of room for arguing, and maybe if Jordy comes back for season 2, and does well in that, he could prove himself to be the #1 Cubecraft competitive parkour player. I do think Jordy, could arguably be the #1 parkour player in Cubecraft. I think competitive parkour is a niche one, though. It's very specific. And I'm hoping to get a lot more people in for season 2. But I do think, without further ado, I don't want to run down the time and then have 2 seconds to talk about maps and map bans. We're actually going to we have a short story for the map bans, which I think is pretty cool. Jordy banned this map, and then without telling Priv, because you can ban maps without letting people know, which I think is pretty cool. I've seen in other Cubecraft tournaments that you let the other people know what your map ban is going to be, but I do think it's cool to, have a little bit of trying to, again, making that mental game and trying to get into your player's head a little bit more prominent, maybe bringing it up to that 10 to 20%, like I was talking about earlier. What was I going to say? Yeah, so Jordy banned this map. Priv doesn't know. Priv bans the exact same map. Okay, I have to let him know, of course, that he can't ban that map because Jordy already banned it. Priv's like, whoa, alright, I'll switch to XYZ map. Ooh, no one knows yet. We'll let you know. Of course, I have to tell Jordy. I don't have to, but Priv, I want to. Priv says it's only fair if I do tell Jordy. So both of these players know what the map bans are going to be, but I'm just going to let everyone else know now. I do think there is going to be an upset for predictions in chat of what the map bans are going to be. I do think both of these competitors, including me, are ready to see the reactions. If not right now, but after the match as well. All right. The first map ban, which is going to be by Jordy. And the first no, it's not the first time it was banned, but this is the first map ban. But yes, this is going to be Neon. Both of these players actually wanted to ban Neon to begin with, and the reason is it is so one-sided, especially when you're against someone with this level of skill, either if you're Jordy or if you're Priv. They're both super close to each other when it comes to time-wise, not just in competitive parkour alone. So it is, I think both of them were like, it's super one-sided, where I just don't think it's fair if we play this map. I think it's smart because you really have a 50-50 chance of whether you get the right side or not, and I don't think either of these players want to be losing to bad RNG. I don't know if it might be, I think it's RNG when it, Mally Blade is ready to commentate. Alright, Mally Blade. Alright, hi Mally. I'll see. We'll see if Mally Blade wants to commentate. We are open for commentators here. But I'm just gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish the 2 map bans, and I'll ask if he wants to co-commentate. Anyways, I do think, again, I don't think you want to lose a map, especially when maps are such a big importance, especially when you're in the finals. I don't think either of these players wants to lose a map due to getting the wrong side of Neon is out of your control. Again, I don't think I think these both weren't. Am I good? All right, Mally Blade will be commentating with us today after I do these 2 map bans. I do think both of these players want to win in a respectful manner, where they don't want to win a map because their opponent got a bad side. I think these 2 players would like to win off of pure skill and pure, like, just the mental going into this. I don't think these players want to win off of just bad luck on another player or just a map being super unfair. I do think that's why they both decided to pick Neon. Going into Priv's ban, I do hope there is some upsets in the chat. Is there math somewhere about which maps are most fair? Yes. So this map, I think, is the most unfair map because purple side, as you can see in the top corner of your screen, purple goes up and then cuts to the left, as well as blue, but since purple is on the inside, you already have that huge time advantage, as well as earlier in the map and later in the map, whereas a blue advantage later in the map, purple advantage, I think, twice earlier in the map, so purple is better. I could be wrong on that. Light blue might be better. I have not run this map to an amount where I have a respectable time. As well as Venice, it's not as prominent, and I don't think it is really as important in the finals or in this tournament setting. At the right before the second slime block jump, there is right before the second slime block jump there, or the first one? No, right after the first one. There's the way the trees are set up, or the logs are set up. It's unfair. It's hard to mention. It's hard to really explain without. I can actually show it right now. Right here, right after the ladder to the left, that is unfair toward the left advantage. Not by too much. Where I want a table of differences between the maps. There is actually sort of one where in Picnic at least. So again, and then Picnic. I know I'm getting off track, but Picnic, on the pair side, the pair blocks you from doing a shorter jump, so you want to be on the, is that a Subway sandwich? I don't know. But the pair does block you, I think, by about 0.2. Purple gets out the fastest early. Pair, that's a pair, right? Am I good? No, the pair on the side, like around the watermelon. That's not a watermelon. That's a pear. Like, look at the stem. Okay, we can't have arguments about that right now. I think like I'm gonna try to lock in. Priv's map ban though. We're getting a little bit behind. It's okay. Priv, what is Priv at? Priv's map ban. All right, Priv's map ban is going to be Station. Reasoning is Priv thinks Jordy's good at this map. I don't like Station. Uh, I think that's pretty much it. Station is not really that fun. I mean I have done a lot of Station in the past 2 days. We don't talk about it, but like 3 days. Sorry. I can understand it. It's a really long map, and if you end up falling, you really don't know where your opponent is until the very end. I think there's a small window where it's possible, but you don't know what's happening until the very end. And yeah, I don't think there's too much to talk about with Picnic. Um, One more thing I would like to mention is we saw Inky in the Venice match play against Priv, and when he fell, he just gave up. That could be a sign of like trying to like just like super upset, can't even continue. If you're giving up and you know you're super far behind, you can't even win. I respect that play via Inky and taking that time to recoup yourself and calm yourself down because we just go into map after map into game after game after game after game after game. There's no time to stop and like take a break. Maybe there's a 5 minute break if someone needs to get water or something, but there's really no time to stop unless you're in between games, which is only a few minutes. So I do think that's Inky did do the right play there. I don't know if he did it for the right reasons, but I think that's a smart play. If you know 100% no matter what happens, I can't win. So I'm gonna take a time. I'm just gonna step away from the computer. I'm gonna take a few breaths. I do think that's gonna be smart. If a player finds himself in that position. All right. I just wanted to mention that real quickly. We're gonna get Mallyblade in here. Mallyblade was 4th place this season. And he will be competing, or not competing, but he will be co-commentating for today. I'm going to be try to be finding him. Right, we're gonna get Mallyblade in here real quickly, and then we're gonna do the first map pick of the season. Also, for the competitors, Mallyblade will be joining because stream delay, and I don't think it's gonna be fun for him to try to commentate while there's stream delay. So we're gonna get Mallyblade in here real quickly. Uh, You have 20. Griff has 20 world records apparently. All right, we're gonna get Mally in here. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna do it. Boom. Um, we're just going to take a minute here so everyone can hear Mallyblade. You said something about it. All right. Let's see if we get the co-commentator. I do not have the Mallyblade set up, but hopefully we'll get that done. Hello. Hello.
Hello. It's loud as hell.
Can you mute the stream in the background?
There we go. I do in fact have the screen.
All right. Uh, wait, is I hear an echo on my end. Is that the stream or is that the audio?
It's probably the audio and or my furnace being on,
I think
or my
it's
microphone's too loud. So I'm gonna try to fix that.
all right. Do you want to try to fix that real quick while I do the math?
Is this better?
Uh, yeah, I think it should be. I still hear myself echoing.
Hmm.
Um,
Because I'm trying to turn it down enough to where I can still hear you, but not too loud.
yeah. It, is it fine now? Wait, I think it's fine now.
It
Wait,
should be fine now.
yeah.
Maybe not speaking too loudly might help.
All right. It's, I think it's good now. All right. Um, Going into the map selection, if I can find my wheel of the map choices and get everything under organized quickly. Uh, were you surprised by the map bans so far?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Picnic
was pretty surprised.
Picnic is in the rotation. Oh, my timer went off. All right. Let's see. Map choice. So we need to make sure everything is in the rotation. Um, Missing one. Is it picnic, prison? It's fine. It's fine. It's pinball we were missing. All right. The first map will be. There we go. I think this is gonna be interesting since both times that we saw these players play this map, it was wipe out on both sides. It's going to be Mally's favorite music, which is gonna be, I think, um, an interesting one to see. What are your predictions for this match?
Um, I think Priv should win this in a close full sweep. A
Close, full
close
sweep.
full sweep.
All right. Like I do think, yeah, the starting could mess them up, but I do think once from the keys, it should be raw movement taking the win. It's just a question of who has the better raw movement, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna load into Minecraft. We can get the uh first map of the finals going. Also, if the current competitors could please also invite Mallyblade so he could get the live spectation of the match. All right. I do think it's going to be interesting to see Priv's, or if Priv wins this one, Jordy's map pick, and if Jordy can pull through a win on his own map pick. Because if it's not, I do think it's going to be heavily favored to Priv going into this third match. There we go. Timer. There we go. All right. Uh, Whenever you guys are ready, should probably send that. In. They just scan the position, and then you can do the countdown.
All right. I'm also in.
All right. If it takes like a lot, then I can try to do it. But yeah.
I just want to see who's on which side.
Yep.
All right.
All right. No, Priv is going to be on this side, and Jordy is going to be on this side. I do think that it's going to be interesting to see how these players do the first few jumps, especially when there's two notable skips going into the first, like, what, 10-ish jumps.
Yeah.
Priv doing backflips, maybe a bit confident, but we'll see how it goes. They're both off. All right.
Yep.
I do
Are you
I
watching
do want to
Priv or
see.
Jordy?
I'm watching both right now. They're both up. They're both tied right now, I think.
Yep, both tied.
Perfectly. Jordy fell.
Oh, Jordy fell.
Oh my gosh, wait, is this going to be a Priv first win? It is on the keys, and as we've seen every single time almost, there's been no major comeback on music. I do think Priv is going to take the first game here.
Yeah.
Also interesting seeing Jordy fall that early on, as we've seen in previous matches, Jordy not falling a lot, let alone in settings like this. This should show, or could show, that he has more nerves than before. Also,
Yeah.
if I can get the right drop. That's funny. Okay. Round two, I do think this might be a wake-up call for Jordy, but also like this could also make him more nervous knowing that he lost the first round. Um, but it was a random pick, which is going to force if Jordy loses, is going to force him to win at least one of Priv's picks to win the finals, which I do think is going to be a huge disadvantage for whoever loses this first round.
Yeah.
All right. And
As long as Jordy can just like focus on trying to hit the skip or whatever he can use to zone out, that should.
yeah, again, like when you said looking around at your surroundings, um, yeah. I do think that Priv has the advantage for this. Again, obviously winning the first game, that'd be advantage. I again also I do think that Jordy could come through here with a win. Priv just logged off right now. Oh no, he's back. All right. Priv had to probably reload for ping glitch or want something, but I do think next round is going to be again. I do really hope that the first few rounds is not going to determine the winner or loser. I do think uh, Riv and Jordy can both take some wins here. I don't think it's going to be a complete sweep on a certain side.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I went too soon. I have to re-invite.
Well, I got in. Oh, they had just slashed.
All right, going in second match, season 2 finals, or season 1 finals. Um, again, hold so far your predictions holding up. Uh, I do hope to see a close music, which I do think is gonna be possible, especially with these two competitors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait a few seconds.
Jordy was when Priv finished, Jordy was only like a number of keys behind.
Oh, that's interesting too, because if he fell and didn't get any checkpoints, that's going to be an advantage, or not advantage, but also going to be could be beneficial knowing that hey, I fell but still was almost able to win, or a mental disadvantage being like how was I not still not able to win that? All right, we still have same sides for both of these competitors. I'm gonna be looking at Jordy more this time due to him falling last game.
All right.
So far, it does look like. I mean,
Oh,
again,
Priv.
Priv fell. Oh my gosh. If Jordy takes this checkpoint, he doesn't take the checkpoint. So if he does fall here, it's going to. Okay, Priv is play or Jordy's playing it safe. He could have stream on in the background because delay is less. Jordy just got to the first key. Where is Priv at? Also
That's
just
at
got to the
first key
first
as
key.
well.
Again, we are seeing a really close game where if you go up above, you can see Jordy being what? A key, maybe.
A key and a half or so.
Yeah, a key and a half at the very most. Yeah, now a key he's gaining raw ground, I think, on Priv. And Malleable's prediction might end up being false. On the ladder too. Barely. Oh my gosh. That was
Yeah,
insane.
that was really close. That was like when me and Jordy were playing.
Yeah, that was what was it? Oh yeah, yeah, the same map too. But also that could be if uh Priv knows that Jordy didn't lose that match. It could be a advantage for not advantage, but it could be a mental bonus for Priv knowing that he almost won that, even though that Priv or yeah he still fell. Oh my gosh! All right, this is a close one. First to three still though, so it could be really anybody's map. Um, hopefully I got in
Yep.
time. Okay, got in right in time. Uh,
I'm having a little bit of lag.
all right, all good.
I'll tell you when I'm in
All
if I
right.
get in.
Also someone asked in chat before the side advantages. Music does have a side advantage, but since we start later, it doesn't matter because it for some reason the left side spawns you in the air, which gets rid of like what .1 or something, .2.
Point, point, point three.
Yeah, .3. Oh wow, really? Wow,
Yeah. Yeah, at the minimum is point three. I calculated it
nice.
during my very intense music world record hunting.
Oh yes, yes. I do think
All right, I'm gonna restart my game
okay.
because it's stuck. But I believe that you can go since I can just watch on the stream.
All right. Um, they're both off. I do want to see Jordy's gameplay going into this. Does Proof fall again? Where's he? Okay, it does look like he's not falling. They're both neck and neck going up to the quote unquote harder skip. Jordy falls. Jordy's sent back to the beginning. And Priv gets raw key time, where he's ahead by at least half of the keys, I think, by the time Jordy can come back. Yeah. About half of the keys of just raw time on Priv's side due to Jordy's fall. That is either from nerves or I can't really think of anything else it's from really. It could be like a sleep thing. These people are I think 9 hours apart. So we will see how this plays out at the end. I do not know.
So are we just gonna see who picks what?
It's 3 out of 5 for maps. We're checking a thing right now. Right. I do think that. Oh wait, I gave the point to the wrong person. Oh, is that a prediction of who's gonna win? I don't know. Oh nope, not 21. This is great stuff, guys. And no party invite yet. Uh, this could be last music game. This would be a repeat of um the first map of the third place matchup between Mally and Anki. Did I join early? No, we're good. You can give the countdown whenever. Oh, I'm on the wrong
All
side,
right.
but it's fine. I can get there in time. And I'm still on the wrong side, so we're going to see the beginning part of it a little bit delayed, but that is okay. Not by too much. I do want to see, is Priv going to, or sorry, is Jordy going to fall on the skip?
Priv did make a mistake.
He did. Was it a, how big was it?
Uh, he got past the first part and then he fell from the
Oh,
there, trying to
interesting.
do
Yeah,
the
he is
headbutt
going to, yeah, he's
stuff.
going to be about 3, 4 keys behind Jordy. I think it's going to be a 2-2. Moving on to his fifth game for the first match, which is going to be really good for content.
Yep.
I think this is a clean Jordy game. Jordy logging back in, definitely for um, definitely doing better movement than before. I thought he missed the pressure plate, but no, I just didn't see it. 2-2. This I could go either way. I think we've seen it every single time though. Someone mess up. There's not been a game yet where someone's not fallen, which I do think is interesting. Could be nerves. I do think I don't know. I don't think Jordy or sorry Priv would play this messed up if it wasn't more nerve than usual. Which I do think that's something that Priv might be experiencing, as well as Jordy as well. I do think Jordy, if Jordy's able to not fall at the start, he could easily take home the first map, which might be an upset for most people.
Yeah, definitely would be an upset for me and Inky.
Yeah, I think everyone again, it was 100% chance for the voting that Priv was gonna win, but we saw that with Mally, you're Mally, I'm so smart, with you and Rhythms. So again, Jordy being the other underdog, could take home the win here.
Yeah.
All right, it is European lobby, which does have the ping disadvantage for Jordy Priv, but again, I don't think it's gonna be that close. And if it is to the pressure plate, we will do a redo. Um, all right, they're both off. I do want to see. I do both want to see both of them at the same time, though. Did
Priv made the
Priv
same mistake he
fall?
made again.
Oh my
Made
gosh! Wait,
last.
okay. Did Jordy make a mess up as well? Jordy's playing it. He does the skip well. Jordy is on the pressure plate. Wow, I think this is gonna be a Jordy first game. Jordy's on the pressure plate. Jordy's almost halfway through the keys. Priv just got on them. I don't think there's any way for Jordy Priv to win here if Jordy plays the way he's been playing for the start of the keys.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! All right. Um.
Wow, this was pretty surprising.
Yeah, Jordy takes home the
Considering
first win. Yeah.
Priv just got scammed
Yeah.
on that part.
That's going to be a good advantage for Jordy. Also, Priv needs to win at least one Jordy map to win, because if they alternate, then Jordy's going to take home the win. So if Jordy picks smart maps that he thinks he can consistently win, then it's going to be a Jordy game. Well, sorry, if he picks maps he thinks he consistently win against Priv and ends up doing that. But these two players are really good all-rounders, so it's going to be hard I think, to do that. Um, oh, Priv left the party. All right. I also left the party. Wait, what? What's the map? Okay, I don't know.
I guess it's a mystery that we'll find out.
We could be seeing a picnic. These players could be trying to just avoid picnic and not banning picnic just to make everyone surprised. But if it goes to a game 7, only one map won't be played today. If it goes to a game 7, um, which how we've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. If third place match was that a game 6 or 7? I forget.
Uh, it went to 6.
All right, went
Or
to
it might have went to
6.
7. No, it did go to 7. I think
All right. Yeah.
it
Wow.
was either 7 or 6 or 7.
All right. Wait, do I?
Because I won Vincent, I think.
Yeah, you won Venice. You
Yeah,
won
Venice.
Neon. You got Neon, Lost Picnic, got Oriental, Lost Prison. Okay, I don't see. I'm just gonna join out. Oh, I just saw a sliver from Prince Chat. The first time pinball will be played in tournament. Wow, alright. You'll love to see it. Pinball will be the next map. I think that's a good choice for Priv because I haven't seen Jordy play pinball too much. Also, Priv having the only sub 30 on pinball
That we know of.
that we know of. Of course, does he know? Um, I think there's lore I'm not aware of that I will be aware of very soon. That scares me. That's Jordy's gonna come out with like a sub 20. Like I swear he's gonna find like out of bounds skip. It's gonna be crazy. We're still waiting for the party invite. Okay, can I get the?
I got mine.
Okay, we get it. We're in pinball now. You can join, I think. All right, first time on pinball. I do want to see if they'll go for the skip at the very end, like right after the ice.
I wonder if they'll both go for the skip that Priv does with
Oh,
the ladder.
yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see as well. Uh, First time seeing pinball, like I said before, so it's gonna be super interesting. Priv on this side, Jordy on this side. Let's see how it goes. Boom. Priv delaying a little bit. Will they go for the ladder skip? Priv goes for it and he gets
Priv does it.
it. Priv is going to be in the lead here by about a half a jump now. I think Jordy's made up raw time. They're like neck and neck. They're side by side. But Jordy clips the ladder, and now Priv's about a jump ahead. Solid jump ahead. Jordy falls. I think it's
And then Jordy fell.
and Priv plays safe. Priv is gonna take the first map or first game. But Priv falls. But again, it's just too much raw time.
Yeah, Jordy gave up there.
Yeah, he could be taking the advice that I said of like reevaluating his position.
Focusing to the next.
Yeah. Again, one thing we should mention though as well is Priv did a delayed the start there as well. So when they were so neck and neck, and Priv was able to catch up, but again, Priv went for the risky jump and pulled it off. Jordy didn't go for the risky jump, so that again is going to help Priv get a little bit. So
Yeah.
a lot of back and forth at the beginning, and then Jordy mess up twice, one small, one big, and that took it away. Again, if Jordy didn't, I don't think Jordy messed up the ladder a little bit. Uh, and if Jordy didn't fall because Priv fell, I do think Jordy would have taken the game. Again, it could have been a different mental for Priv that Jordy didn't fall. So all really depends.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So I'm in. Where are they at? Priv on this side doing some like hand clapping stuff, and Jordy on this side. All right, they're both off. Did I see
Yep.
Priv
Jordy
make a
with a slight lead.
right? Priv goes for a big Priv
Jordy
falls.
did it
Oh my
as
gosh,
well.
that's huge. If Jordy can play it safe, I don't think there's any way for Priv to come back unless he does. I don't think there's any way for Priv to come back if Jordy plays it relatively safe. I don't think he should go
Yeah.
for the. If Jordy falls here, Priv could take a win. No, it's just too far behind, I think. He plays it safe. Jordy win. It's going to be 1-1 again. We're in the exact same position we were before.
Yep.
Wow.
I think Priv is now gonna not do his sub 30 ladder skip.
We will wait. That we'll see. We'll see. The the predictions. I think that it might be smart for him. I think the nerves are higher. He was predicted to just completely sweep, and Jordy could also be playing like reverse psychology when he was like, I'm totally gonna lose. I'm not mentally prepared for this, giving Priv the thought that he was gonna lose it, but in reality he was prepared. I think if that was the case, that's a really smart play. I don't know if that was in fact Jordy's plan.
It could have been.
I would not put it past him.
I mean, that was my plan when I went against Jordy.
Yeah, both same sides. Yeah, all right. If I was, I think Priv, like I've said before, Priv is losing more than he expected. Either he's gonna lock in right now and like just pull out a sweep in the next map or so, or he's just gonna get mentally devastated and end up not being able to pull anything through. Especially when Jordy's
Yeah.
off of the high. If he wins a Priv map, that means Priv is gonna have to win two of Jordy's maps. Jordy already has the high of being able to win Priv map. And is Priv going to go for the skip? He does go for the skip. He pulls it off,
Or he does.
but is Jordy able to pull it off as well? Jordy is about a jump behind, a solid jump and a half behind now.
Oh, I think Jordy collided with the block.
Yeah, that
That's why he's that far behind.
might be the Jordy fell, right? Yeah, he did. I think this is a Priv win. Goes for the. He fails the
Oh,
skip. He failed the skip. But it's okay. It's two. It's not. It's not. He
yeah,
didn't take any
it was a little
checkpoints.
too far behind.
I again, if Jordy picked up a checkpoint there, he would have been able to win. But again, you're not gonna be able to predict what your opponent's gonna do, especially in this high of a setting. Um,
Yeah, I'm guessing he just went for it because he didn't see Jordy anywhere near him.
yeah, but again,
But the
risky.
thing is that with pinball on this map,
Yeah,
uh, uh, like right before you go for the skip, you can't like hard turn left or else you'll mess up your ice movement,
yeah, you
and
can't really.
that would be detrimental to doing the skip.
I think Priv legitimately failed
So
that
like you
skip.
have to hard commit to the skip,
Yeah,
and after you hard commit to the skip, like if you fail it and then you find out that they're like right there because you couldn't see the name tag before, you just lose.
yeah, that's I think at that point, if Priv, unless Priv saw him already go all the way back to the start, I think that was a legit fail and mess up on his part instead of him playing risky. And I think a bad call, unless he already knew he went back to the beginning. Alright, great. He should be able to join now. And then again, same positions as before. All right. For all of the not all of the marbles. If Priv wins this, he takes his map, forcing Jordy to pick a map, and still forcing Priv to win one of Jordy's maps. So I think the pressure is still going to be on Priv if he ends up winning this. But if Jordy's able to pull it to a game 3, or sorry, if Jordy's able to pull it to a game 5 for pinball, um, uh, if Jordy wins this round, I do think tons of pressure is going to be on Priv.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
Priv did a slight delay,
Yep. Slight
but
start
he
delay.
plays it safe. I do think it's neck and neck now, unless there's Priv.
Yeah, it's pretty neck and neck now.
Jordy's slight lead, but we've seen Jordy mess up before along with Priv. Jordy falls. I do think it's Priv map. I think Priv's gonna win. Unless he goes for the skip
Unless
and
he
fails
fails.
it. The skip, he plays it safe. I think that's smart. He
Yep.
takes 3-0 only by a few jumps. That's a reverse right there. I just want to make sure that I didn't get the points wrong. I'm pretty sure I got them right, but just on the off chance. So it was 1 and then 1 and then 2. Yep. All right. Priv 1 this and then all in my Minecraft is. All right. You're gonna have to let me know what they pick or Jordy picks if you're still in it.
I will have no idea what they.
All right. We will never know. Now we're going on to basically if I can actually get the sim to work the way I want it to work. And of course my Minecraft crashed again. All right, lovely. Just gonna update the ratings here then. All right. I think Jordy is going to pick I think they're gonna try to avoid picnic. Jordy's gonna pick stadium. That's my prediction. And I don't think it would be arcade. I think arcade, maybe arcade, but I think stadium. Sorry, stadium's gonna be my pick for what Jordy picks. All right, game 3 of a potential 7. 1-1. Jordy's map. Pick anyone's game. All right, we'll get to see what it is as a surprise. Stadium. Let's go. I'm so good at this. I called it. Let's go. And Jordy on this side and Priv on the other. I'm just gonna take some good tourney screenshots while you get ready.
Hmm.
92nd now. And they're off. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, took enough.
Jordy got off to a blazing reaction time start.
Yeah. I think that put him like one solid jump in the lead. Again, yeah, solid jump in the lead. We've seen this map though, especially when you played against Jordy, a lot of back and forth. So
Yeah, I'm sure Jordy was practicing
Well,
a lot.
no, just I thought they both fell, but no, only Priv fell. I think this is gonna be a solid Jordy win. He's playing it safe. He has raw time if he's able to get this checkpoint. I mean, he just has to play
Yeah,
it safe.
he's still somewhat risking.
He's somewhat risking it, which might show
He
that
has
he
that
is
checkpoint.
either cocky or trying to say, "Hey, I can still show off what I can do," trying to make Priv mess up Priv's mental. This is the first time that Priv is going to be going into a map. Maybe no, not ever. First time Priv is going to be going into a map in the finals, being down a point, which I think is going to be interesting to see, to say the least.
Yeah.
But at least a game 6, right? Yes, at least a game 6, I think, is what we've unlocked. And then maybe a game 7 if they switch out one more time. Alright. Go whenever you want. Jordy on this side and Priv on the other. Is Jordy's reaction time going to help him again? Only time will tell.
It looks like it did.
Yeah. Again, I don't think it's to the point where if I thought Jordy fell again with his slime block. I don't think it's to the point where one mess up, one fall is going to be anyone's game. It's so close that it just doesn't matter. I don't think one mess up, especially with the nerves. Priv's behind by 1. I think Priv just took the lead in that slime block section, and now it's back. It's
Actually,
back in
no.
Jordy's.
It's rather tied because they both
Oh my
took
God, is this
the
like going to
black
be a?
stone pretty
This is
easily.
clean. Jordy falls. It's over.
Yeah.
It has to be over. It must be over.
Priv has such a clean section with the turnaround zone.
Yeah. I think Priv took the slime blocks. Jordy took the turnaround at the very start, and then Priv just took it back slightly. Jordy falls. It's completely over. That's wow. Oh my gosh. Boom. Insane stuff. Going into at least a game 4 for Stadium. That might be a tourney world record. It felt really clean. But again, we'll have to see. Maybe not. We'll see.
One moment.
All right. I do want to say though, uh, going into this, I think the mess ups that we could be seeing here is around this corner at the begin with, uh, and this part right here. But where we've seen it is Jordy playing risky on this segment right here, as well as Priv just failing the slime block, which I think could be raw nerves. And I don't know if it's going to be like a that could be determining whether they win or lose. I really wish Jordy didn't fall there so we could see who would win there. With just um
Okay, I'm back now.
yeah. we got the third commentator. Um let's see. All right, we're about to start here. I should probably get ready. And they're both off. Jordy's still having slightly better reaction time, which again could be ping, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. Um I think yeah, Jordy's in the lead by like a quarter of a jump, which again could be all you need, but any small mess up by either of these players, and there's a lot of map left. And we've seen this exact same thing happen, but Jordy falls again. It could be over unless Jordy makes or if Priv makes a mess up. It's Priv's game to lose for game 2.
Yeah, and Priv does. Well, now Priv sees that, so he's probably gonna safe a little bit more than he would
Yeah.
normally.
I mean, it's gonna end up being a close match, but again, at the end of the day, Jordy falls again. this could be getting into Jordy's mental a little bit. Jordy has to win 2-0 against Priv because they and Priv is and it's what? Sorry, since it's Jordy's map, um, it's going to be all more pressure onto Jordy than before because Jordy needs to win this map, or Priv needs to win this map to be able to alternate. Excuse me. To be able to alternate. Also going to put Priv into a 2-1 lead for maps. Again, you could win 2 maps. You could win Station twice in a row against Station's ban. You could Station twice in a row and then lose it 3 in a row, and no one like this 2 in a row doesn't matter at all. I mean, again, it could help you for like your mental. It could also not help you for your mental. You know, you won twice in a row. What happened? You just lost 3 times in a row. But again, we don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Did I get a party invite since? No. But yeah, this could be the last stadium match of the series of the season. Sorry, we've already seen pinball uh get played as well as music. So those 3 maps are done for the season as well as station and neon. And then
Apparently, they sent you the.
oh, they did. Oh yeah, there it is. 3. Yep, that's about half the maps are guaranteed to be done with the season. Which is pretty crazy. Wow. That could be last round for stadium, but this could be taken to a game 5. I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Jordy is able to be slightly in the lead for the first half of the map, but then messes up in the second half. Are we gonna see that again? Or are we gonna see Priv fall? We haven't seen Priv fall yet in stadium except for the very start, and then decided to, hey, I need to lock in if I want to win this. Again, I think, yeah, Jordy is in the lead by about 2-ish jumps and falls again. I think it's just over.
I really hate that part too.
Yeah, we've seen that on almost all of every single time Stadium's been played in this season, where that part could determine whether you win or lose, and that is going to be the case for this map at least. There it is. All right.
And Jordy was
Jordy.
in the lead. If Jordy just got past it, and
Yeah,
I think he would have been just barely ahead of Priv.
I think yeah we've seen that so far in I think almost every Stadium map played today. Jordy was in the lead at the very start. I think he has been in the lead at the very start, at the very beginning, but then messes up at the very end or in the second half, and that is probably going to affect his mental. Arcade, okay.
That one's interesting.
You also played arcade against Jordy, so you're gonna kind of know what's there. I don't know if that's the best pick for him in this scenario. Uh,
Yeah, it's definitely a risky one.
yeah, not the blindest for our spectators, for real. Oh man. It's I think it would have been smarter. Okay, I just want to see what his other map choices were. Again, I did say arcade was an option. Um, I think arcade is the best because I don't know if Jordy feels confident in Oriental. Yeah, it's Oriental, Prison, and Venice are the only ones left, I think. Wait, Oriental. And sorry, Picnic as well. Picnic, Prison, Oriental, Venice, Arcade. I don't think because Picnic could really go either way, and I don't think Jordy wants to risk an either way on his pick. Prison, I think Priv favor. Oriental Priv favor. Venice Priv favor. I think Arcade was his really again his best choice. And if he loses this one, I think he's gonna go to Picnic. I don't think there's. It's been a little while since he's played Picnic. Maybe for season 2, he's going to want to lock back in a little bit more, knowing that he came so close, but yet failed to Priv if he does end up losing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yes. Not that word.
Priv was, sorry, Jordy was a huge advantage there, but it was about one solid jump ahead of Priv. But again, we've seen this the first half, and we're going into the second half of arcade because Priv falls. Jordy
It's
messes up a
actually a
little bit.
pretty common fall.
Yeah, if Jordy can, Jordy plays safe. Jordy has to play safe here, right? Yeah. Wow, it's actually gonna be extremely
Semi-safe.
close. Plays extremely safe, but like yeah, like you said. But again, better safe than sorry, I guess, in this scenario when you're so far in the lead. But we've seen that before on Priv's pick, where Priv was sorry, we've seen this before on Jordy's pick, with Stadium, but Priv was able to pull that around and take a 3-1. I'm so good at saying names. Gonna get the 2025 reward for the comp PK rewards. Right. I think we can join in now. Priv advantage, sorry, Jordy advantage. If Priv, again, if I think since Jordy messed up a little bit on the latter part, where I'm looking at right now, if Priv is able to not fall, and it's the same outcome for Jordy, Priv can take home this game. But again, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Okay,
Yeah, this is a
instant
lot
fall.
more equal,
Wow,
but Priv makes a mistake.
surprising. Not expected right there. It could just be an honest mistake on his end or nerves. Jordy could play safe, but it's a much smaller mistake than before. So Jordy, I think Jordy could play it safe, but has to play. Makes this jump. I think it's gonna be over 2-0. Jordy in the lead. Um. All right, that's going to be. Priv is going to have to reverse sweep to win arcade. I'm surprised how well Jordy's been able to play arcade against Priv so far. Either this is going to be nerve setting in for Priv, or just Priv honestly just not being able to practice arcade recently. Not deciding to practice arcade recently. Um, we'll see how it goes. See how it plays out.
Yeah, because whenever I played against Jordy on arcade, he wasn't exactly great at the latter part, but every other part he was pretty fine at.
Yeah, latter part is pretty annoying, and we've seen again like Jordy messing up a little bit on the ladders from the first map, and I don't think as much as the first map, but still a little bit on the second map. But still doesn't matter because Priv fell. But can Priv take us to at least a game 4? We'll have to wait and see. Still wait and see. All right. Around the same time, Priv is getting better here at going when go happens. Not falling. Priv is, I think, in the lead for the first time in a arcade.
Yep, by like .2.
Point more now due to the ladders. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it's over, I think. Unless Priv falls here. I think it's over. And he makes it, pulling it to a game 4. At least.
No, my arcade record.
In trouble for the tournament. We'll see how it ends up. Um, we are
Do you want to know a little fun fact?
sure.
Before my match against Inky.
Well, sure.
Uh, so uh, so I was playing arcade a decent amount, just cause even though I banned it,
Fair.
and me and Priv, I queued up into Priv, and I was like, Man, this is arcade. I'll try my hardest to win. And my PB right now is a 26-1.
Yep.
And I'm sure I would have PB'd to like a 25-6, maybe 25-8 at the latest. But Priv had beat me out by like point 0.2 or
Okay.
like point 0.1.
Priv's gonna get my plot armor for my arcade 55 or 25.9 is crazy.
You can join.
Oh right, oh, crap. Sometimes I don't get the message. All right, how long have I been making these people wait? Oh wow. All right, not too bad, but still.
I'm guessing it's because you're in
Oh,
the
the parkour.
time trial.
That might be it. Priv, like having a slight disadvantage. Is he able to make up some raw time before the ladder segment? I think he
Priv
might.
might be doing this on purpose.
He
He might be.
could be. I don't know because it's been so close. It's. I can't
Ooh,
tell. I
Jordy
cannot tell.
got it a little clean
I
this
can't
time,
tell.
but it's really close.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
what a snipe from Priv.
Wow. Oh, that they both played safe, right?
No, they both were risking.
All right. Wow. Maybe Jordy hit the hit the checkpoint wrong. Maybe I don't know. It
Yeah,
looked like it was gonna be Jordy win at the very least. It was super close. Um,
I'm guessing what happened is that like sometimes with Picnic and you almost getting that sub 18 for
yep,
Picnic. Um, I'm pretty sure it's like when you land on like the edge of the pressure plate, it will like lag behind.
yeah, that probably was it. Um, I think, yeah,
That's the only thing I can think of right now.
I was too far up to really get any good read on like what the pressure plate thing was, but that must be it because it looked like it was gonna be a Jordy win there. I was not expecting. All right, wow, and he falls instantly. I think he was looking, he was minding the pressure plate, not paying attention. Maybe Cocky falls again. I don't think there's any way for Priv to take the arcade. It was 2-2 to a game 5. I think Jordy is going to take it to a 2-2. Definitely a game 7. We love to see it unless there's a major mess up. But I just if he plays it safe,
Yep, Jordy played it safe.
it's over.
Well, my top 3 run is no longer top 3.
Maybe. There was we'll see in the retime. We'll see in the retime. Um, but now it's 2-2. It's just tied. It's just reset all scores. This I mean, if I was in this position and I would just like take a mental break here and I would say, okay, let's just forget about the whole start. I made some mess ups. Priv made some mess ups, or Jordy made some mess ups. I'm just going to reset, and it's just whoever gets 2 maps. It's just the first to 3. It's just yeah. Okay.
Picnic
What? Oh,
over
picnic,
prison.
picnic. Wow, that's either feeling really cocky of his ability, or realizing that Jordy didn't play picnic as much. Um, maybe waiting for a Venice kill shot or a printing kill shot. If yeah, no wait, we're not gonna be going to a game 7 yet. It's a game 6 at the longest, and then I mean I expect we're gonna go to a game 7. I'd be surprised if we didn't. Right. Priv on one corner, Jordy on the other.
Jordy got the one side.
Oh, he did. I think he's going to get that every time because I think that was a just a blunder on Priv's because Jordy's always going to get the one if he's party leader. I think that's a raw blunder on Priv. We'll see if he wins or not. Again, it could be proven wrong.
All right, so
Favorite
we're
time.
equal now.
I think Priv is determined to, or at least Priv, definitely his character, to determined to beat sub 17 here. Wow. All right, we're already at the end game.
Yeah,
Jordy,
they both
Jordy,
just got.
he falls. He falls at the
But
very end.
Jordy fell.
Oh my gosh. That was arcade almost. That was basically a repeat of arcade. But remember, we gotta remember this is a Priv pit. If they alternate, Jordy needs to win Priv map now. If they switch, they basically switch around.
Yeah.
The pixel, like Jordy just mentioned, sounds upset. Could be getting into his mental. Like, how did I fail that jump? I would not let that affect me. It was so close. We might have to do a retime here because not retime, but like a rematch if it's just so close to it could be just a ping diff. Um,
Yeah.
but arcade could have been that, but since Priv is known to have less, and we think that he just didn't hit the block, unless like if you think that it's and this applies to everyone for season 2 as well. If you think that it should be a replay, you should call it out. Because most of the time I'm gonna let it slide unless it's like super ultra mega insane. But if you think I'll probably be generous for most of the parts if it's like, obvious timer lag or just pure ping, we can redo it, but yeah. All right, there we go. Picnic part 2. Jordy needs to win 3 here. Priv just needs to win 2. Um, Picnic's always a hard one because you know it's gonna end quickly, and like any small mess up is so much bigger than if you're in Stadium or Station or Venice, for example. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
top. I think Jordy's in the lead by about a jump.
About equal to that jump.
Priv fell.
Priv
Priv fell.
makes
Priv fell. He
Priv
plays it safe.
Priv Priv got he I'm pretty sure he like clipped the red. That's what it looked like.
Oh yeah, right here. Basically, if you're walking like halfway in the middle, you'll touch the red block and get a point taken away. This is Priv's map as well. If Jordy's able to win this, that forces Priv to have to win another one of Jordy's maps. But I do think the rest of the maps are Priv's favor. Keeping that in mind, like the remaining map pool, I'd say, what was it? I need to look at the maps real quick. There's one map where I think it could go either way. Oriental, I think could go either way. Um, but Venice and Prison, I think are gonna go to Priv unless Priv makes a huge mess up. But again, if Jordy wins this, Priv needs to win 2 in a row, and Jordy can pick those maps. So Jordy is probably going to pick an Oriental at one point. Again, gonna be hard to tell. All right. All right. All right. And I think Priv is. I need to stop
Equal start.
starting under the bridge. I gotta like go above for next game. I think Priv's in the lead by a whole 2.
By like a jump and a
It's
half.
gonna be.
They
It's gonna
both
be.
get
That's
skips.
Priv.
Priv
That's
wins.
wow. That was like a .3, I think. Priv win.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Jordy got like a duck on the transition for walking over the block.
Oh yeah. Oh wait. Oh, I gotta get the lore here. And now is Priv up 1. Jordan needs to sweep a 2-0 here if he wants to take home if he wants to take home a lead on Priv, which he hasn't seen since the beginning of the game. If the game plays out the way it has been going so far, it's going to be a Priv win. I think this is much closer than a lot of people were expecting. Um, I think Priv or Jordy's definitely either played really well with the mental deception, um, also played really well with not messing up as much for Picnic. Again, is down two for Picnic, but they've both been really close. When Priv messed up, uh, he lost. But that could also be a Priv advantage as well. When Priv is messing up, he loses. But I don't think we've seen a single time where Priv doesn't mess up and he loses, and we've seen that with Jordy. Like when I was talking mess up, I mean like a fall. Like you can always like mess up a block movement. Like you know, um, I can try to give an example here. Like I don't okay, now I'm falling all over the place. Like for example, right here, like I make the jump, but I could have done that better. For example, like I go, for example, on this jump, for example, like boom, I go around. It would have been faster if I did that. Again, that's also a mess up, but it's not a complete like end of the game. Like you can come back from that, of course. On Picnic though, when you're playing against Jordy or Priv, it's really hard to make those mess ups and come back on top. So both of these players need to play really well, knowing they're against some really good players.
According to what I'm looking at right now, I'm the only person to ever beat Jordy on the
That's
in a competitive series.
true. You do have that under your belt, and if Jordy wins this, you will have that and keep that title for season 2. I think some of the commentators may or may not be I, I'm going. No, we're not.
Are you in?
Yes, I'm in.
Okay.
It's gonna be a world record, I think, not even for tourney. It's I think so far they're on pace. All right. So far,
I'm pretty sure the first round is tourney record.
all right. I think Jordy advantage, right?
Yep, Jordy
Right?
slight
But he
advantage,
falls. He
but
falls.
Jordy makes the
Is
mistake.
it over? I it's over. Jordy map pick. Jordy needs to win 2 maps in a row to win the finals.
Yeah, Jordy had collided with the block.
Rip. Wow. I think he's going to pick. I haven't read it yet. I think he's going to pick. What's it called? The Oriental. Yeah, Jordy's picking Oriental. Yeah, that's my prediction.
I think Jordy is going to pick Oriental as well.
Yep. So let's close it off with Oriental. I think he realizes he might not be able to do that. That might be doubt in his face. Um, again, if he wants to win, he's gonna have to win on either Venice or Prison, which is going to be Priv's choice of whether of what the final map is going to be if it goes to a map 7. But Oriental might be the final map of season 1. I went way too soon. Yeah. No. Wow. All right.
Yeah, like if they send it while they're just like sitting normally, it'll be
Yeah.
here. That's the thing.
Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, Oriental can go either way, as we've seen in Mally Blade v Rhythms, and as we've seen in Ink. I almost said Inky Blade again. Oh my god. In Inky. The Priv, the first this first section right here, I think may or may not determine the map, or sorry, each match. Um, can Priv pull it off? Can Jordy pull it off? That's the question. And we're gonna figure it out right now. This could determine who's gonna win depending on how this match goes.
Jordy off to another blazing reaction time start,
Wow. He messes up a little bit.
but he
Is
makes
that
a
gonna
mistake.
determine? It's not by too much though. Any major mess up can determine it on either side. It's not completely over yet. I don't think.
Okay, so Jordy does what I do and goes for the second part of
Yeah,
the ladder. And
it's
it
over.
doesn't lose that much time, but it
Ooh,
doesn't gain much time either.
that was close.
Yeah, that was really, really close.
Oh,
Oh, I think Jordy wants to redo, considering.
he did. We should realize that Jordy caught up there. He did make a major mistake right before the first slime block jump. Um and was able to catch up a lot at the very end there. So better
Yeah,
raw movement, at least on that game.
I definitely want to see if he does it again.
Yeah, is he?
I want to try to use that whatever he did to catch up that much.
Yeah. Oh wait, wrong person. Oh no, okay. We're doing well. We are. Everything is fine. Priv could be 2 wins. Oh no, Priv could be 2 wins away from winning the season one. Again, we could be seeing it getting pulled to a game 7. We're really getting to the point now where it's down to certain games could be determining your mental going into the final map. Could be the final map. Um, we'll see. I think if Priv falls at the start, it's over. I think if they both play a smooth game, it's Jordy's win. I think Jordy has the advantage. I don't know about advantage for mental though.
An equal start.
We'll see. Can he pull through? He messed up here last time, and he doesn't mess up that time. It's Jordy lead. Small Jordy lead though. Small.
Yeah, Jordy like by like .2.
I think Priv is catching up though. I think Priv caught up. I think it's the Priv win. Oh my god, I can't. I can't. Wow, that's a clean Jordy win though. At the very end.
Clean Priv.
Sorry, Priv. Sorry, I'm so good at this. Like Priv, the final like 5 jumps. Priv is just able to come back.
Yeah, so it's like a .2 game. The skip that Priv's using, because I don't use that skip at all.
Yeah.
It's not a
Which one?
not a thing that I like to do. But I noticed that Inky did it.
Interesting. Interesting. Where is it? Is it like the slime block one?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that one. That's
where instead of you going to the block that's right before the ladder, you just go to the block below it.
yeah. I think I do that one as well. We'll see. And this could. I'll no. We'll see. I'll mention it if when it comes up. Um. But oh, this could be the final match of season one. This could be the final match of season one. I think nerves are running much higher for Jordy right now than Priv because Priv can't afford to um not I can't mess anything up here. Okay, I don't wanna ruin anything for anyone. And off to another good start.
Jordy banger start.
Yeah, this could be we've seen this exact same thing before though. Uh, but Jordy Priv falls.
Priv mistake.
Priv could be
All Jordy
experiencing
has to
nerf.
do is just get a checkpoint.
Yeah. Like
And he
with the
did.
glass section when they're ladder, I go to the one right before it. Wow. Priv falls and it's Jordy plays clean. We've seen Jordy play a almost perfect Oriental games 1, 2, and 3, even though he's behind. Oh wow. We love to see it. We do love to see it. We do love to see a close match, and this is what we're gonna get. Uh,
1 in a million is not zero, he says.
wait, what? What did I say? What?
No, not you. Priv said 1 in a million is not zero.
For what? Losing? Or
Yeah.
oh, that's
Or making the mistake that he did.
fair. Like that, you're telling me there's a chance. Um, this could be final match of season one. We've said that before. We could be saying that for 3 more matches. Oh wow. I could see like 1 in a million is not zero. Okay, Inky, it's just.
Oh, it was the Inky quote. Oh,
Oh yeah, it's funny. All right, they're both off. Um,
Jordy. Never mind, it's equal. I thought Jordy would got out to an insane start.
I yeah. Oh, it's hard. I can't tell. I can't tell. It really is gonna come down to if someone fails this. People, I think it's over.
Aw, rip.
It's over. Priv is going to
It's
be
over.
the winner of season one competitive parkour. Congratulations. I can't move. I gotta get it. Gotta get it. Boom, first CGs. Wow, it is official by again 2 games. Or not by 2 games, by a map in a game, but still extremely close.
I think if Jordy didn't mess up there, he would have won.
Oh, when did he mess up? What part? Well,
Uh, he tried to like do a two tick, I think it was, and to jump to the next block, but instead he jumped in the water.
true.
It was like near the very end.
Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. I have to move again? Alright. There we go. Right, I do think we have a player interview. My heart rate is at 60. I, Priv, I think Inky may or may not have beaten you in the heart rate monitor for the season. Alright, we might be going into the aftermatch. Oh wow. That was pretty intense. I do need to leak a little bit for season two, I guess. That is part of the deal, I guess, as well. Wow, alright. going to add Priv to the aftermatch call, and then if you would like, you should also be part of that. I did that wrong. Edit channel. There we go. There we go. Oh, we should have Priv in here. All right. We may not have an interview, but yeah, we sadly do not have an interview today, but we do have a winner. Stick around though. I'm gonna be taking a 1 minute break here. I gotta get water. But we're gonna be talking about just wrapping up the match. We should be out by 4:30 at the latest. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Did it work? Let's go. Well, that was season one. It's over now. We made it to the end. Oh, wow, my voice. We made it to the end. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Priv, Mallyblade, Jordy, Inky, Mr. G Gamer, Foofy, Rhythms, Colorfloor. There we go. We got all of them, I think. Also, we have at least two new people for season two, hopefully getting more. But I'm going to be explaining now how the seed-based stuff works for season two. Also, if you want to join season two, DM me and I will get you to it. It does not matter your skill level at all. Everyone is invited. Everyone is welcome, and we want as many people as possible for season two. But here we are. We made it to the end of season two. I want to say congratulations to Priv again. You will be getting a reward for winning the season one cash prize or in-game cash prize. So you can say you won money in Minecraft. It's gonna be official. What Dreamers here? My gosh, the guy, the guy's good at the games. Um, Hello, GG's also to Priv again. Wow, insane stuff there. Insane stuff. I can't believe it was that close. I also realized my timer is messed up as well. Let me fix that. Boom. hopefully we're hoping to get again a lot more people. But again, I want to thank everyone so much that they came out and participated in the tournament. Even if you got eliminated in round 1, it means a lot and much appreciated that you guys came out for this. Hopefully for next season, hoping maybe do a 16 seed bracket. I mean, I'm not expecting that. That would be amazing. My end goal for this tournament is a 32 seed bracket. Again, I just don't think that's possible. That's like maybe by season, I don't know. I think, well, okay, by season 5, I hope to have a 32 seed bracket. Um, Again, that's going to be in a long time. Next season will start in November, probably. Toward the end of November, start of December, start. Hopefully, go 2 months at the most. All right. Super amazing that we have all these people here, and maybe even have a co-commentator, uh, for next season, like an official one. I don't know about that though. We'll see. Um, but season 2, how seed based will work. This is not 100% final, but this is an idea, and I'm pushing this out for season 2. All right. So I will see you guys in the start of November for season 2. But how season 2 is, I'm hoping is going to work. I am going to pick one of these things right here. So let's say there's like 10 people. No, let's say, yeah, 10 people for season 2, right? I pick one of these things, probably a medium one, nothing like too easy or too difficult, like, impossible. We want to make sure, like, I probably like this one or this one or this one or this. Probably not that one. I think that one's too easy. We'll see. Well, one of these outcrops, right? Um, and I'm gonna give everyone a week to get the lowest possible time they can on this. So let's say it's mushroom, for example. I'm gonna say here's a week. Uh, obviously don't cheat. They're gonna have to send me a video of them doing the time. So they're gonna have a week to try to do this as fast as possible. And they're gonna send me their final times privately. All right. Um, and then I'll do a stream where it's basically like the draft of our seed picking to see who made it in. So it's going to be a, hour and a half live stream, 2 hours at the most, of me showing everyone's best runs, showing the seed picks, and showing who made what positions. So obviously, not obviously, but if you're not aware, first place of the seed will be going against the 8th or 16th seed. Second seed will be going against 15th, or, you know, closer you go, closer it may be. Thanks for hosting, even if not too many people join. It's great to see the tournament, and once people learn about this, you'll get more signups. So thank you a lot, Dreamer, for that. By the way, means a lot. I'm glad that people like it. I'm gonna do a little story time now. So basically, when I was a wee child, wait, that's Springy. Well, that's not Springy. I'm just going crazy, man. Uh, When I was a wee child, I had a stuffy leaderboard, so I got all my stuffies together and made not a bracket, but a like board thing, like the Britain soccer. And then I would race my high priv, and I would race them in Picnic because I play Picnic a lot, right? So I would do 2 rounds, and then I would, do the rounds and say I got like an 18.5, and then and then I was like, okay, that's gonna be Wolf or whatever, right? And then I did it again, and then say the next round I got was an 18.7. Um, and then let's say that was like Dino or something. And then I would compete against those people. So I've always wanted to do a tournament, um, ever, like, for years now. At least 7 at the very, very least. Probably more. Probably a lot more than 7 years. Um, but I am super happy that I was able to make one from scratch. Obviously taking inspiration from MCSR, um, CCL, the MCSR with the transitions and the stat cards. CCL was map bands, and I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty much all I got from CCL. As well as I think the stat cards really and like the way everything is viewed. Um, I think I got most stats from MCSR. It's funny, I just finished watching season 1 of it, like right when this started, and I'm just about to finish season 2 of MCSR. No spoilers, please. Um, right when before season 2, and I have some stuff planned. There's the updates for the maps. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you some stuff for season 2. Mally Blade has been retiming every single round, and we're going to do the top 3. So let's say Neon was picked or banned or picked or whatever it's called. On the sides, we're gonna have what was it called? World records, normal world records for the map. So like Rhythms, Rhythms, Priv, and I think maybe Mally Blade is third place in this. So we're gonna have the normal world records, and then we are going to have the um tournament world records. So we're gonna be able to see times as well. We're gonna have a better idea. I didn't want to have that in season 1, um, but I just wasn't able to do it. It was like updating stuff super quickly. All right, you're not in the on top 3. Okay, it is Inky then, or Foof, or who else is in here? I'm forgetting someone. Like I swear, I'm forgetting someone. It's fine. Inky? No. Foof? No. It must be Inky. No. Jordy? It must be Jordy. Yeah, but who's third place? There's Rhythms, Jordy. Oh, sorry, Rhythms, Jordy. There we go. Um. Yeah. So we're gonna have updates for that, as well as I'm hoping to get better cinematic stuff for the stream. 2048 and Jordy's low 49. All right. Nice. Um. What else is there? Obviously, hoping to get better transitions, uh, better commentary, better all that fun stuff. So it's going to be seed based. It's going to be either in-game parkour, so it's either going to be one of these out here, or it's going to be one of these in here, kind of like the Galaxite tournament. You will have a week. You're going to send me the maps. You're send me your final time privately. I think that's the number one thing I want for this. Sending final time privately, so we can do a seed live stream, where you don't have to obviously watch it at the end. We're going to post this stuff at the end of the stream, but it's going to be a live where we show what positions everyone's in. And if there's not in increments of 8, so sorry, not like a 8, 16, 32, then say we have 10 people, 2 people will be, the bottom 2 times will be eliminated before the bracket, and then first seed, 8 seed are going to compete against each other. I didn't time the Steam stream yet, was waiting for the finals. Okay, that's fair. I'm also waiting for the rounds. I update stuff after every round. So season 2, I'm probably going to take like a week or so break from all this stuff, and then come back. It's going to take a long time to not only advertise, but also get everything the way I want it to be for season 2. As well as, yeah, advertising be the main thing. So ping isn't much of an issue. It should be a longer map, so ping isn't much of an issue. That's true. I will keep that in mind. I guess that is fair. Especially like if we get a lot of close players, I don't want people to get eliminated due to ping. That is another thing that I would like to, again, want. Also, private games. We will get private games for season 2. I'm not 100%, 90. I can promise you 90%. That I will get private games for season 2. So we don't have to do like the waiting, ready, set, go stuff. We can actually do it. Actually do private games. And this tournament will be back. Say, like, you would want to get in here on September, maybe? Like, wait, August, September, October. No, sorry. You probably want to get in there by October, maybe early November. Because I'm hoping to start the finals on Thanksgiving break. That's when I have the most time to just fill everything up with, like, 16 different games, or whatever. 16, like, 8 different games. So, if you know anyone or would like to advertise in any way, that would be super helpful, and I would love for you to do that. There is a cash prize of winning. Signups are free. Anyone is allowed to join. More people, the better. Like, this is not gonna happen. If 64 people come, we're gonna do a 16 seed bracket. Okay, that's but we're gonna do it. Um, we might have to eliminate it to 32. Maybe. I don't know. It's 64 is a lot, but everyone's like anyone can sign up. It doesn't you don't have to be like a certain skill level. You could be like Jordy level, you could be my level, you could be, like you never played parkour before and love to sign up. 128. Yeah, 256. Sorry. So for season 2, we're actually going to be doing a 1024 seed bracket. If you don't make that, I'm going to crash out. For real, for real. If it's not like 2064, just do mini rounds. If it's a lot like 64, yeah. Or yeah, that's probably smart. 64 is a lot. So I don't think it's gonna be 64. I would be super happy if we can get 16. 8. I should probably switch it out of Neon because Neon like is a great map and all, but like I don't know if it deserves like the ending picture for season 1, man. Main. Let's just go to. I feel like the first few like one map played. I think like best of 3. Yeah, best of 3 for one map randomly drawn. I think that's fair. Put it on like prison. That skip was sick. Oh, prison. Okay. I'll switch him around every now and then. I'm super happy that I was able to do this, and I really hope that people are wanting to do it again. Um, I also like I would like to find a way to get help people to donate as well. Not to me, but to the tournament. Again, that's not on my high priority list. That's like at the very bottom, and I not that 100% no donations from anybody for season 2. Probably not for season 3. Depending on how big it gets. Like I'm not gonna be asking for donations anytime soon at all, especially because I have enough money to be able to do this. And I don't want to steal money from anyone else. So we're not going to be dealing with any of that shenanigans. Um, season 2, I'm hoping is going to be like a prize for second place as well. So I'm hoping, that you come in for season 2. I hope that you enjoyed. What about investing? I should invest. I should invest. Wait, hear me out. Cubecraft competitive parkour coin. To the moon. To the moon. I actually am invested in some stocks which are doing well. I'm not gonna like actually go into that because I'm not smart. Like I'm not like money smart. All right, I am parkour smart. I don't know if that's true or not. But also if you know anyone that knows stuff about parkour that wants to co-commentate and thinks has like a lively personality, like 100%. We're also looking for co-commentators. Right now for the next month or so, we're just gonna be mainly looking for people to join. Um, I think that's about it for now. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna switch the map around again. Pinball didn't have any screen time in this whole tournament, so we're just gonna show that amazing screenshot that I took. Also, if anyone has RTX, Crazy Man might watch my POV. That is the hope. If we get Crazy Man in here, I don't think we're gonna be able to get Solmic in here. Something tells me that he is long gone from Cubecraft, or let alone Minecraft in general. But yeah, as well as yeah, we get as many people as possible. He uploaded 5 months ago. Wait, which one? Solmic or Crazy? Yeah. So I also may or may not put it in Galaxite because I know there's a lot of solo. 5 months ago isn't terrible. I guess when it comes to like not being in parkour for 5 years or something. Not five, like what, 3-ish. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to mention. This is a really good finals game. Season 2 is going to be better. All right. Um, we're gonna get better updates. By the way, if anyone has RTX, because my RTX is not working for the life of me. If anyone has RTX, if you could please take pictures of the maps and send them to me, because I really want RTX thumbnails for the maps, because I think it'll look 10 times better than my blurry, boring stuff here. So if you know anyone or could get RTX, that would be super helpful. I again gonna try harder to get better pictures now. I didn't really look into it too much yet, but if you know anyone that likes RTX, in a few weeks, or tomorrow, in a few days, few weeks, I'm going to be. I really thought the Neon RTX spectating game better. RTX spectating games. Yeah, my RTX broke after the new update because of stupid like the Lumina, not Lumina, Vibrant Visuals like actually screwed up my RTX. It just won't let me. I need an updated RTX. So, um, I really want RTX for the tournament. I do think it would be look really beautiful. But if you know anyone that has it or know how I could get it or know a tutorial of how I could get it, any help like that would be useful. I think I'm going to, like I said before, I got sidetracked. I'm going to upload a thing to the competitive parkour Discord channel. Leak. Oh my gosh, it's like super like crazy. Someone mentioned to me like I can't believe this is just like here hidden in the corners of the Cubecraft community that like no one knows about it. Um, we're hoping to get. I mean, I'm hoping for next season. Get like many people as possible into this. It's a very small corner of Cubecraft. Only what 8, 10 people out of what 30, 40, 100,000 people that play this game. I'm hoping to get maybe 100 people in here, maybe eventually. I'm excited to watch your commentary of that. Both of us had screen muted. Yeah. Um, I think the beginning commentary is pretty good. Hopefully we'll see how hopefully my commentary is good. But as I mentioned, like this is a super small part of Cubecraft. It's a whole game mode, and there's only what like 10 people here that are like super are invested enough to be in a tournament. And I'm hoping to get like tons more people uh for season 2. And again, if you want to DM me and I will add you to the Discord server for this. Yeah, again, you don't need an like it's again I would say like oh it's invite needed because I don't know how to make it like public. I mean the link obviously. But like you don't need to have any special abilities and stuff, as long as you're like respectful and you like parkour. I mean, if you didn't like parkour, I don't know why you're wanting to be in here, but there's very low parameters. Just be nice. Don't be like extremely mean to anybody. And you're fine. Uh, again, we're gonna try to get a lot of people in here for season 2. I could ramble about this forever. You want the Discord? What do you mean you want the Discord role? Yeah, ton to upload stuff 3. Yeah. Um, let's switch it. Let's switch the POV to Oriental. Um, yeah, pretty good stuff to start with season 1. I'm hopefully gonna come back for season 2 and it be bigger and better. But until then, guys, it's gonna be a long journey of like 3-4 months off. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on in the background. If you're a viewer, if you're just a viewer, it'll be a few months. If you're here for the tourney, there's gonna be a lot of background stuff. And then we're gonna get back in it. Thank you guys so much, so much for coming here through pure 3 or 4 months of pure grinding. Malleblade is taking revenge. He was able to get through rhythms and then get taken down by Jordy barely and Inky. I can't believe that Mally almost was able to make it to finals. I think that was pretty good. Um and yeah, I will see you guys later. Again, thank you so much for participating, watching, liking the tournament. Not like liking the video, but like enjoying the tournament is what I meant. Um I just super amazing stuff. Um uh you should have won music. Yeah. Speaking of music. It's Deception. Okay, yeah. But like, it's Arch. Like, it's fine, right? Like, season two. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna. Maybe. Oh, just comment down below. I don't know. We'll get it. Season two. I'm hoping to be bigger, better. I could be talking about this for hours, but I should probably get off. Eat food, get other video stuff planned, advertise to everyone everywhere. But yeah. Thank you so much for coming. I did say 4:30 the latest, but here we are at 4:42. All right, we're gonna go to 3 more minutes. But yeah, it's felt that match was like felt it. Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you guys so much for participating. Thank you guys so much for enjoying watching it. If you have, um, yeah, I think it's pretty good. Pretty good stuff so far. Pretty good stuff so far. Yeah, the new maps for season two, Cubecraft. Yeah, it's the dream. The dream, new maps for season two, get, 11, 12 maps in there maybe. Um, yeah, it's, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And yeah, I hope for the best for season two. But until then, we have another minute to kill, and I want to get to 2 hour 30 minutes. So yeah. Um, we have a lot of stuff to cover for season two, but it's gonna take forever to get that stuff together. So I'm so glad you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you watch my other stuff, probably way sooner than the actual season two. If not, then a few months. Then in a few months. Um, Once again, I think that yeah, if you know anyone that wants to play in the tournament or know anyone that you think might want to play, again, everyone's invited. You don't need you don't need permission from me to invite anyone. Open to everybody as long as they're super not super but nice. We don't want them to be mean to anybody. But again, can always everyone's open to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in season two.